context here we're looking at is weapon retention.
We believe in really an interactive overlaying approach.
Footwork and controlling what we call distance and proximity.
We're going to demo each one of these things, really break them down.
I'm never going to be able to always dictate the environment that I might be in.
My elbow is down in front.
And that way you have to gauge your timing a little bit more.
So I want a barrier, I want something between.
But that's going to be one of our most effective techniques for creating distance.
The first thing I want you to begin to train and become competent at is getting up.
I should be verbalizing my intentions, so I need you to get back.
And the reason we do it in a principle fundamental way is so that you're actually learning the mechanics of why something would work or not work, which is far more important than me teaching you a move.
Keeping my balance and keeping my structure.
He beat me, I lost, maybe I got stunned. I kind of flash, wake up, and I'm here.
And all I'm trying to do with that is just disrupt him somehow.
Also, there's a difference between trying to do a tactic and trying to build a skill set. Even if Jared goes for a stomp and I see it and I move, now he off balances me, now he's out of that clinch range. He separates and he starts getting his weapon system away. I didn't even tell him I was going to do that. It works.
Is another technique that allows you to create distance from a potential threat.
Make sure when you go back and you're reviewing, just notice the arm that he's anchored, keeps it anchored throughout the whole process.
I'm going to step into it a little bit and put my body weight behind it, okay?
So I might have barriers. Dan gets grips. I got to get rid of his grips.
Okay, so I'm using that same footwork to get the angle I'm trying to achieve.
But that's the anchor series with 3 different options.
Doing it in the air like this is one thing, you have to actually hit something.
But that principle-based approach to weapon retention applies whether I'm with a gun belt on the ground or whether I'm not.
Okay, so we're still trying to protect our weapon from getting grabbed, right? But now this person has gotten a little bit closer and they're at the point where they're actually reaching for your weapon.
Nothing changes, and that's the benefit of being a principle-based system, fundamental-based system. We don't have a way to train without a gun belt and a way to train with a gun belt. And that's one of the things that makes us pretty unique.
Disengaging may or may not be an option. We're going to talk about when it's not an option later. If for some reason I had to engage that threat with a firearm in hand.
My barriers for the lower body are stuck between his legs. I can't have that. So I've got to fight to get an upper body barrier, and I've got to move.
1, 2, 3, and now I'm here. I can continue creating distance while I've got my weapon. If distance is my goal, move in the direction of your hips, even if I have a weapon in my hand.
My legs are stronger than his arms. I get rid of that because I'm not trying to submit him. I'm not doing jiu-jitsu.
So if you misjudged and made a mistake, you can still make it work.
This is critical, guys, if I'm a grappling guy. If he goes to my shoulder, I'm gonna turn. The move is cool, but how and why does it work? When does it not work? What do I do if it doesn't work? All of those follow-ons are ways that you can both become a better instructor, in essence, instruct your own training more effectively and possibly instruct others.
Absolutely, and a lot of the things that we've seen here is really fundamental material. If you start to what if things, you can really expand on this, but don't spend too much time what ifing because you're not going to get good at the important things. If you can't wrestle, if you don't have good footwork, if you don't have good ability to hit people and create distance when it's needed, those are fundamental skills. So don't worry too much about the what ifs until you get your fundamental skill set down, and then start exploring, okay, so what if this happens, and look at the realistic, most common what ifs when you do that, and that way your training time and value is going to expand.